Well, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome here to the 2024 BCL Asia. We're live here in the City of Gold, Dubai, for Game Day 6 in the third and fourth place game between Hiroshima Dragonflies and Shahrdary Gorgan. These two teams coming off the back of two defeats in the semifinals. Well, in the case of Shahrdary Gorgan, it was a heartbreaking defeat on the buzzer. A block in which Vaedi tried to take the game to overtime, but one Sir Dominic Pointer refused to let that game go to OT. And Gorgan, unfortunately, will not play in the final against Al Riyadi. Dragonflies yesterday got their first taste of what it's like to play against Al Riyadi. It was a very tough game, and without the likes of Ryo Terashima, not to mention Nick May, of course, the depth in the lineup, well, it was close in the first quarter, but after that, Riyadi just went on a rampage from the three-point line. Right now, we have the respectful champions of the Japanese B-League against the kings of Iran. Shahrdary Gorgan, of course, one of the top two teams along with Petrohimi. Right now, one of these two teams would like to finish the BCL Asia on a very, very high note. Well, there is Kerry Blackshear. He's been a phenomenal addition so far since joining the Dragonflies when he last played in Turkey for Galatasaray. And he was their top scorer last night with 29 points. Aslan Kazemi, the former University of Oregon Duck, drafted in the NBA by the Washington Wizards, but he never actually played in the NBA. And at the moment, he would like to finish the BCL Asia on a bronze medal note. Remember, this is the third and fourth place game. Well, Gorgan, of course, they started their BCL Asia campaign on a very high note. I mean, they had a very good production coming from both Joe Young and Will Cherry. Those two players have been their top scorers and best players. In the case here for the Dragonflies, well, they started against Pelita Jaya. A big win against Pelita Jaya. Another one followed up with a victory against the champions of the Korean Basketball League, KCC Isis. Unfortunately, these two teams were unable to get to the final. Now remember, it's the second time Hiroshima Dragonflies and Shahrdary Gorgan have played. They did meet in the group stage, in which Dragonflies, if they had lost by a lesser amount, they may have ended up playing Shabab Al Ahly in the semifinals. That man there, Vaedi, you've probably seen him play for the Iranian national team. He's been the face of Iran basketball along with Benam Kings. And of course, Hiroshima Dragonflies this season putting their name in history books, winning the B-League in 3 games after losing game 1 to the defending champions. Now we will get set to introduce key players for both these two teams. Players now go into the corner to get ready for their introductions. And go back to the last time they played each other. One thing Gorgan did a very good job of, they were able to prevent Hiroshima from getting good looks from the perimeter. Dragonflies in their first 2 games, a combined total of 33 3-point field goals made. And tonight, trying to make sure they get back to where they left off. 2 wins for the Dragonflies. That came against Bolita Jaya and KC's. Now we get set to introduce Shahrdary Gorgan. Well, here's the man who's been leading the way in the last 2 games, Sina Vaedi. Vaedi's been tough, he's been key.
Number 7 of the Rizai Ball.
Bobiceki, another key player coming off the bench, but Reza FIBA hasn't been too much of a feature or a factor so far now for Gorgan. Goladze, another key player in their win against the Dragonflies, made a crucial run in the 3rd quarter. And he made the same because he made that incredibly difficult shot. That was against KCC Isis, where he was falling to the ground. And that was the point where you just say, Majide, Hontoni, what a shot it was. It was indeed a Musukashi shot. Well, now players will shake each other's hands, but we're now moments away from tip-off, just under 5:30 to go. Final game for these 2 teams this season.
Here are our referees for
the
this
Iranian Super League, and it's been a long season in the Japanese B-League, but both teams, they've earned the right to be here. Well, there are 3 referees for tonight's game. Our head referee, Rabah Nujai from Beirut, Lebanon, Chun Yup Yuen from Hong Kong, China, and Xiao Zhang coming from China as well. Well, we're very proud to say that we have 3 of the very best in world basketball. Well, there's the starting lineup for the Dragonflies. Dwayne Evans will be in the backcourt along with Nakamura, Yamazaki, and Keijiro Mitane, Musukashi-san. And also, Kerry Blackshear will be the starting center tonight here for the B-League champions. Well, there you can see the starting 5s for Gorgan. Joe Young will be partnered with Will Cherry, Sina Vaedi, so that's quite a quick backcourt. Aslan Kazemi will play the power forward. Well, Safar Monji, big man, will be the starting center. Well, we'd like to welcome all of our viewers who are watching live on the FIBA YouTube platform. There is one of the very best coaches in international hoops, Kyle Milling, a great professional back in his day, played in France and Japan. And he played for Alain Bonnet in France, also played for the Sun Rockets Shibuya when he was a player, and also coached one of the greatest teams in history in French basketball, CSP Limoges. His counterpart, also one of the best coaches in international basketball, Mostafa Hashemi. He's worked with some of the top teams in the Iranian Super League. Of course, he was very disappointed that his team lost yesterday against Shabab Al-Ahli, but they'll want to finish on a high note. Well, the Dragonfly fans coming into the building, enjoying the occasion very much. As well as the Gorgan fans, they've been here every game, and they have made an absolutely exhilarating atmosphere. Well, the families of the players, of course, making the long journey from beautiful Nippon all the way here to Dubai. Nippon Daisuke, what a beautiful country. Both countries, for that matter. Iran as well. The Gorgan fans, short journey coming from wherever they may have been, maybe Tehran, but to see their club teams play. Moments away from tip-off. Head referee Rabanu Jaim, one of the best in the business. Let me tell you something about referee Rabanu Jaim. He's actually one hell of a cook as well as possibly the greatest restaurant in all of Beirut. But his international experience as a referee makes him one of the best. He covers Asia Cups, FIBA Basketball World Cups. He's been there, and what better way than to have him along with Chun Yip-Yuan coming from Hong Kong, China, and Xiao Zhang as well. Well, hello and welcome. If you're watching us live on the FIBA YouTube platform, please hit that like button and also make sure you subscribe to BCL Asia and follow us on all social media platforms on X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Kerry Blackshear is going to jump this one along with Monji. To all of our fans in Iran, salam chetori, and to all of our fans in Japan, konbanwa, genki desu ka? Well, it will be Will Cherry who has the first possession for Shahrdary Gorgan. Cherry got it by Mitani. Trying to go pick and roll now with Sada Monji. Monji falls to the ground. And now Joe Young got it by Yamazaki. It's good defense, but steps through it. Wow, what a way to start the game. Well, he pump fakes, he stepped through, and I don't know how he made that one. That's the kind of shots you're going to see from the man who did play for the Indiana Pacers. Evans bumps, goes in. Tough layup, can't get it. And now here comes Gorgan, led by Aslan Kazemi. We get a switch on defense. Kazemi trying to go for a post-up. High-low play, and Kazemi misses everything. But now finds Joe Young. Young fires a three, can't get this one. Another offensive rebound, but again, well, they missed it from point-blank range. Monji spins, goes in, big man cleans up. Well, third time is a charm for Gorgan. Well, since game 3, when they played Gorgan, Hiroshima's struggled to get that perimeter shooting going. Now Yamazaki fires a quick one. This one's good. Well, he may have heard me. I think Yamazaki said, hey, we have no problems whatsoever. Finds Sina Vaedi. Monji looking for a handoff. Nowhere to go here. Well, turns it over now. Nakamura's going to try to finish this one. Well, he was imperative in the B-League Finals against Ruku Golden Kings. Takuto Nakamura. No Tenashima? Okay. We got Takuto Nakamura-san. Backdoor finds Sina Vaedi. Now this time he gets it. Well, yesterday he went for that reverse layup to try and tie the game up against Shabab Al-Athli. They're going to call a foul against Joe Young.
Number 27, his first person.
It's definitely coming together, that's for sure. And I think it's with the left arm. You can see why they pulled that. Yamazaki catches, shoot, takes a three, and he gets it. Oh, Yamazaki going on fire at the moment. Atsui. No Samui today. No Samui. Oh, good defense. Now here comes Kerry Blackshear. He's going to go up, throws it down with two hands. Transition Dragonflies basketball. Kerry Blackshear threw that one down. Eddie penetrates, goes all the way. He gets that one. Wow, he is just so quick, so aggressive. Just gets to the bucket whenever he wants. Tough play by Sina Vaedi. Well, he's only 23 years old. Such a young prospect. Played for Iran at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Nakamura, heavily defended by Joe Young. Finds Keijiro Mitane. Dragonflies trying to get into a good set. Now they go to Blackshear. Dump down. Yamazaki's made 2 threes. Doesn't get a third one. Well, good offensive rebound. Well, Hiroshima looking more aggressive now today, going for second chances. Now Evans is fouled in the process. So 3 free throws coming up for Dwayne Evans.
Ball number 15 is first personal, second team foul. Evans, shoot 3.
Well, Dwayne Evans started his pro career playing in Germany. Now remember, he's been in the B League since 2020. He started with the Ruku Golden Kings. But when I mentioned round of the B League playoffs too. So it's the second time now he's played in the third and fourth. Kawata-san.
Final number 14, first personal. Fourth one of Gorgan.
Well, 2 free throws here for Chilidze Nafawe. Originally from South Africa, played his university basketball in New Mexico. He's played his entire professional career in Japan. Well, he's unable to get it now. The king of Trinidad and Tobago is checked into the game. Getting his first rebound, Johnny Hamilton. Young pulls up in the mid-range, takes it, nothing but net for Joe Young. Well, they've got to find some more rhythm. Nice play now, here comes Kawata-san, finishing under intense pressure. Oh, what a tough move by Chili Nafawe. Nafawe pretty good at it. Another missed attempt here by Gorgan. That could have been a potential 2 for 1. Nakamura trying to penetrate, nowhere to go. Evans down the middle, goes for a step back from the mid-range. And Nafawe, big offensive rebound. The putback. Too big, too strong, and simply Kawata-san is just too good. Final seconds. Joe Young looking for the ISO. Got it by Kamisawa. Hamilton doesn't take many three-pointers, and that one's off the mark. And at the end of the first quarter, it is indeed the champions of the Japanese B-League who lead this one 20. Ichi, ni, san kudasai. Well, he's hit 4 three-pointers already. Ryo Yamazaki. Well, Kamisawa will play in the backcourt along with Takeuchi and Mitane. Blackshear along with Kawata-san will be in the backcourt. Now he'll fire a 3. Almost goes in. But now Gorgan trying to come up with it. Baheti heavily defended. It's now Joe Young looking for an ISO. Now they go to Hamilton, baseline. He's unable to get it. Because then he gets the offensive board. Baheti now fires a 3. Hamilton, big offensive rebound. And they finish Betty, and he misses another layup. Well, here comes all the way. Oh my goodness! Johnny Hamilton with the denial. Well, when you got a player like Johnny Hamilton on your team, it's almost like having a solid insurance policy. No easy buckets.
Number 15 is
Here's the foul. Committed by Chile in the foul way. Look at this, the king of Trinidad and Tobago. Overhead, he tries another three, and it still refuses to go in. No foul again called, but look at the hustle. Getting a rebound on the floor. The jump ball has been called.
Possession foul goes to Gorgan.
So baseline ball coming up now here for Gorgan. That's good hands by Johnny Hamilton. John now thought about the three. Azari can make these. Still the three's on dropping for Gorgan. Well, the referees at the moment trying to decide who took the final deflection. I think Coach Hashemi is going to go for a challenge because he felt well, the challenge has been called. So the officials now will go to review. So our head referee, one of the best in the world, Rabah Nujaim, along with Yip Yuan Chun.
Gorgan challenges the last call.
Let's have a look here at the replay. Who does this take the last touch off? There it's going out of bounds. That's tough. That's a tough one to see from that angle. Because you got to decide, is it Mitani or is it Kazemi? That's the question. Well, we are going to find out momentarily. While we're waiting for this coach's challenge, basketball fans, if you are watching live on YouTube, remember this is the Basketball Champions League Asia 3rd and 4th place game. The 8-year plan that's happened so far been in effect. FIBA's vision, the basketball champions. Well, let's listen now to what the... Well, it's going to Hiroshima. Unsuccessful coach's challenge. Not too much protest from Coach Hashemi, but the Dragonflies will get this one back. Kawata looking for a handoff. Finds Kerry Blackshear. Got it by Kazemi. That's going to be an offensive foul against Kerry Blackshear. I think that's a right call. Good call because Blackshear usually is one of the best bigs at getting a step back right here. Just a push off, and that's clear as daylight. Chance now for Gorgan to try and chip into the deficit. But Eddie got it by Kamisawa. Hamilton top of the key. That's a little too short. And Kerry Blackshear happy to slow the tempo down. Well, he's playing point forward at the moment. Kamisawa now wants to take the three. Now they pull up in the mid-range. Again, no good, but the rebound secured by Gorgan. Young in around the defense, and a foul is going to be called. So 2 free throws coming up for Joe Young. That's a better play. You can see Young predominantly likes to get his points from the mid-range, from the three-point line, but anytime he can try to split the defense down, and get inside the key. That foul will be against Kerry Blackshear. He's going to go to the bench and take a breather. So now Dwayne Evans checking back in for Hiroshima. Joe Young following in his father's footsteps, briefly played in the NBA for the Indiana Pacers. His father was a predominant NBA player throughout the 80s and early 90s. Also played international basketball. It's the case the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Coach Ashemi now looking on his players, trailing by 7. Kamisawa, can he light it up? Doesn't get it. Goes out of bounds, and that will go back to Gorgan. 7:20 to go here in the second quarter. Currently, Dragonflies leading by 7 points. Now Cherry looking for an ISO. Kicks out to Joe Young. The foul is going to be called. Well, that's against Mitani. Well, how in the world did Mitani bring down Monchi? How does he? Let's have a look here. Mitani run.
34 is first person.
Some coming together there. I think the Dragonflies players quite. A traveling violation is going to be called against Kazemi. Possession now coming up here for Hiroshima. Evans goes in. Monji with a block, but it will be 2 free throws now for Dwayne Evans. Well, Evans has loved life playing professionally in Japan after so many good years playing in Germany. That foul's going to be against Zina Fahedi. That's only his first personal. As Evans makes the free throw. Well, he missed the second free throw, but still an 8-point ball game. Dragonflies still in the lead. Young looking for an ISO. Steps back for the mid-range, takes this one. Beautifully tucked away by Joe Young. But he's tough. When he gets on fire, not many teams are able to stop him. Well, what a move by Evans, but he's unable to finish. Now here comes Shahrdary Gorgan. Young down the middle, finds Cherry. Cherry looking for a kick out. Well, jump pass, got away with it in the end. Good defense by Evans, but a beautiful little sky hook coming from Monchi. Third field goal of the game for the big man. 6 minutes. Only 2 possession ball game at the moment. Now Evans getting a handoff. Finds Nakawata-san, throws it down. Oh, Chile barged his way through and threw it down with one hand. Well, don't get in the way of the Chile man, Kawata. And Joe Young goes all the way, he gets the and-one. And now he's going to the free throw line to try and cut it down to a 3-point ball game. Nice spin out here and just how he uses his body to hang up in the air. Nice finish in the end. The 3-point play has been converted. It's only a 3-point lead at the moment. Dragonflies need to find some ways to score. Kawata down the middle, bit of contact. Good defense by Kazemi. No foul called. And here comes Gorgan. A three will tie it up. Cherry step back. Pulls up the three in the end. The foul's going to be called against Yamazaki. Foul called off the ball. The problem now for Hiroshima, that's going to be free throws here for Kazemi. Yeah, that's the right call. Well, Kazemi making the first free throw. Remember the last time these two teams met, Shahrdary Gorgan, they led for the entirety of the game. Dragonflies tried to make a comeback in the fourth quarter, but it came to little avail. Nakamura back in the game, finds the foul. Good defense by Joe Young. And here comes Gorgan, looking to take the lead. Monji in the post. Evans trying to be strong. Monji twisted, turn it, big bang, going to work. And now Kyle Millie calls timeout, 4:41 to go here in the first half. Shahrdary Gorgan, who are down by 9, find themselves back in the game. Big turnaround. We're gonna go listen to what Kyle Milling has to say to his players. Well, the home fans enjoying the occasion. If you are watching at home on the FIBA YouTube platform, make sure you hit the like button on this live YouTube stream. Subscribe to FIBA on YouTube, and also make sure you follow BCL Asia on all social media platforms, X, Evans now, he'll fire a three, no good. Offensive rebound, and all of a sudden, it's an &1 for Kerry Blackshear Jr. Well, he has a chance now to take this to the free throw line and put Hiroshima back up by 1 point.
Number 15, third personal, second team foul.
One-point lead restored. Kerry Blackshear making the free throw. 2:46 here in the first half. At the moment, Hiroshima, they did have a substantial lead that has since then evaporated. But Gorgan keep fighting back. Well, now Yamazaki comes up with a loose ball. Somebody's got to run with him. Evans posting up. Got it by Kazemi. Kazemi, good hands, but he reaches. Commits another foul, and that's going to be a baseline ball to Hiroshima.
Number 14, the second personal, third team foul.
Well, Kerry Blackshear thought about taking the three-pointer. Blackshear getting caught a double team. Tough pass. Nakamura keeps it alive. Final seconds. Evans goes in. Doesn't hit anything. And now here comes Kazemi. Finds seat of Eddie. Goes in with a reverse layup. Oh, a technical. Yeah. Has been called against Dwayne Evans. Young converts a free throw. So the technical was given to Dwayne Evans. In protest, he felt he was. .203 to go now here in the first half. These two teams battling for the third place. Nakamura finding Yamazaki. Now Evans. Post up, reverse. Oh my Lord, what a move by Dwayne Evans. Well, they may have called a. But Evans, what a spin out, what a finish. Dwayne Evans just said, Dozo okake kudasai. Take a seat, please. As he converts a three-point play. Gambate. Cherry trying to find Kazemi. Kazemi goes in, can't finish. Blackshear comes up with it. Hiroshima. Evans down. One-legged fadeaway. Now, since that arrow, he has been incredible. Gorgan looking to maybe tie the game up. They go for a three-pointer here with Joe Young. Final seconds. Eddie goes down low. Kazemi wasn't ready. Now potentially a 2-for-1 now. Well, they turn it right back over. Oh, good defense, but nothing called. No foul, no block, no charge. Final shot here in the first half. Evans looking for that ISO. Posting up. Finds Yamazaki, pump fakes. Kicks out to Kerry Blackshear. Blackshear, final shot goes up for. Well, Hiroshima Dragonflies still hold on here against Shahrdary Gorgan, the champions of the Japanese B-League, against a team that's one of the powerhouses of Iranian basketball, Shahrdary Gorgan. For the stats, and then indeed some of the top highlights. Well, Gorgan's only made 1 3-pointer, and that's come from the likes of Joe Young. 5 3-pointers for the Dragon. Yamazaki, but Gorgan leading the rebound counts. Well, we will show you the top scorers in this game, but so far, you can see at the moment, Young along with Yamazaki leading the way for their teams. Well, we're going to take a short break, so go get a drink, go get something to eat, some tabemono, some oishi no tabemono, and we'll see you for the second half. Enjoy the highlights.
Start of the third quarter. Foul number 29 is first personal.
Down to carry Blackshear. Blackshear bumps and goes up the backboard. It's the same post move he likes to do. One dribble jump stop, bit of contact, and he knows how to use the bank. Another three from Cherry. He's 1 for 3 here in the third quarter. Dragonflies looking to extend their lead. Well, good defense by Will Cherry. Use the speed, he's gonna go up, and he'll get the and one. Bit of contact's a bad foul to give away by Mitane. Because now Cherry can try to cut this down to a 1-point ball game. Oh, it's a soft reach. Very unnecessary play by Keijiro Mitane. Now makes it a 1-point ball game. Dragonflies still holding on to an edge though. Evans got it by Kazemi. Yamazaki hesitates. That three's up, and again, well, Atsui desu. He's hot today. 5 threes for Ryo Yamazaki. And they've all, that's been his entire points. Extending the lead back to 4. Well, nice finish down the middle, because Kazemi's taking a shot to the face. He's down on the ground, he looks like he's in pain. Now the referees have decided to stop play. Well, what happened here? Kazemi went in. It's an ankle injury or something. He was holding onto his face, but hopefully he's okay. This could be a problem for Gorgan if he's in pain and unable to play. I think it is the face, yeah, he's taking a shot to the face. I don't know if he's got blood or something, but oh, hopefully Arslan Kazemi's, I don't know if he's bleeding or I don't see any blood, but well, fingers crossed. Our hopes now go for Arslan Kazemi. Hopefully we'll be able to see him come back later, as now Azadi comes back in. Now Nakamura. Nowhere to go on this one. Finds Evans. Evans puts the ball on the ground. Evans, oh my lords! Yada! What a play! Down the middle, two-handed jam by Dwayne Evans. Back to a 4-point ball game. And now what a move by Cherry going down the other end. No help side defense. Still a 2-point lead to the Dragonflies. Evans looking for that handoff. Pulls up from 18, that's a little too short. Here comes Gorgan. Cherry's been unstoppable so far, draws another foul, and he is just becoming a game changer at the moment. Well, they didn't appreciate that call, but I think that's the right one, yeah. Cherry unable to hit the first free throw, though. Cut this down to a 1-point ball game. Just gets that one to roll in. Well, Blackshear probably could have tipped that one out of bounds. One-point lead to the Dragonflies. Yamazaki's made 5 threes. Doesn't get a 6th one, but an offensive rebound. Why not try again? Can this be number 6? And again, no good. Monji with the good closeout. Gorgan looking to retake the lead. Young got it by Blackshear. Pump fakes, nowhere to go. Final seconds for Cherry. He's got to ISO. Step back, huge Hail Mary 3, but nothing dropping. Well, since making that first tray ball here in the 3rd quarter, he's gone a bit ice cold. As now Evans left wide open uncontested. He fires a 3. And that extends Hiroshima's lead back to 4. Just over 4 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Monji down the middle, and he misses the wide open layup. And Coach Ashemi infuriated. He felt he should have made that one. Well, he's got to go up and try to dunk it. Blackshear finds Mitani. He's hit a few threes tonight. Gets his own rebound. Nobody boxed him out. Evans gets a seal-off, gets a contact, but he doesn't get the and one. Foul is on Azari, so Evans will go to the free throw line. Nice seal-off there. That's a benefit of having Dwayne Evans in your team. Well, Evans, of course, as we mentioned, I mean, when he played in Europe, he was predominantly a small forward. Since moving to the Japanese B-League, he's played a variety of roles, a 3 stretch 4. Started with the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Of course, now veteran prime years in between. Well, Chili Nafawe coming back into the game. Kerry Blackshear taking a breather. He's been terrific tonight, Kerry Blackshear. Now Joe Young, can he get going? He's unable to connect. Here come the Dragonflies. Remember, they've led by as many as 9. Evans off one screen. It was a tough one to keep this alive. Here comes Nakamura. Well, Nakamura just not quite sure what he was trying to do there. It was probably a simple block. Mitani picks up another foul. That's going to be team foul number 3 against Hiroshima. 3:02 to go here. As now Kamisawa comes back in. Threes just aren't dropping at the moment now for Gorgan. Nakamura running around ball screens with Nafawe. Finds Yamazaki. Yamazaki's made 5 threes. Make it 6. Yamazaki said he is on fire tonight. All of his field goals have come from downtown. Well, interestingly here, Dragonflies going into a 2-3 zone defense. Trying to make Gorgan go from the perimeter. Can Vahedi make them pay? There's a 3, and again, no good. Jump ball's gonna be called. That's gonna go possession to Gorgan. A timeout is gonna be called by head coach of Gorgan, Coach Hoshimi. Well, Kamisawa getting a standing ovation from the Dragonfly fans for competing with man drafted by the Washington Wizards, Aslan Kazemi. Well, we're gonna go and listen to what Coach Hoshimi has to say to his baseline possession out to Gorgan. 2:16 here in the 3rd quarter. Cherry using the ball screen. Dragonflies going back to a man-to-man defense. Well, they called a foul against Chile Nafawe. Chile went in for the reach. And that is the 4th and final team foul for Hiroshima. Cherry pulls up for a 3. He's made 1 here in the 3rd. And again, he struggles. Manji backs down, and he gets this one to go the big man. Well, Manji's got to be big. He's got to be hungry if they want to win the 3rd place award here at the BCL Asia. 6 points, the deficit at the moment. Nakamura finds Yamazaki. Final seconds. Nafawe's got to ISO. Nice post move, but he's unable to finish. Cherry with a rebound. And now here comes Gorgan. Cherry all the way. He's unable to finish this one. But Joe Young comes up with it. Deep 3. And again, they're just not dropping, but a foul is going to be called. And I think they've called a foul here against Takuto Nakamura. No, it's on Dwayne Evans. Dwayne Evans is going to be called for the foul. That's his third personal. Monji at the free throw line here for Gorgan. 1:14 to go in the third. He can try to cut this down to 4 points. He's unable to hit the free throw. Evans finds Kamisawa. Kamisawa had the three, but he threw it right away. Now Shaky penetrates. Nowhere to go here. Gorgan trying to cut this down to one possession ball game. Possibly go for that 2 for 1. Cherry in the paint. That's going to be a traveling violation. Oh, Cherry got it inside the key. There's the penetration. Yeah, that's the right call. Just changed his pivot foot just ever so slightly. It's both Yamazaki and Nakamura leave the game. Well, Riki Takeuchi comes into the game now, along with Keijiro Mitani. While Sada Monji, along with Joe Young, they leave the game. As Johnny Hamilton checks back in along with Sina Vaedi. Trying to go for a post up here with Kerry Blackshear. Zemi kicks out. Goes up, gets rejected. Good defense. Kazemi going behind the back, finds Shaky, but he steps out of bounds and he turns it over yet again. Costly turnover for Gorgan. 20.6 left. Dragonflies can have the final possession of the third quarter. So they're trying to dribble this one down for the final one. What can they build here? There's a kick out. Kamisawa, deep three is up, and again, Sumimasen. Gomen aside. They forgot about Kamisawa. Well, Toshiki Kamisawa, he's been very quiet so far, but he hits a big-time three. That extends their lead back to 8 points. Huge three by Kamisawa. Well, we're going to take a look at the statistics from the third quarter so far. Second time these two teams have played at the BCL Asia. That is a big three-pointer. But 10 minutes left, the game's not over. But Gorgan, the problem for them right now, only 2 three-pointers. They've got to find that rhythm. 20 field goals with inside the rainbow. Anything is possible to try and turn this game around. Well, here's someone look at the replays from the third quarter. It was Yamazaki finding Mitani in transition, but Will Cherry, you felt it when he made this first three-pointer. It was going to change for Gorgan, but they've only made 2 in the entire game. And look at this dunk here by Dwayne Evans with a two-handed rim rocker. Down the middle, no help side defense. That was a three made by Evans in the corner, but Yamazaki making his 5th three-pointer. Well, this is what they need from Monji. Offensive rebounds, big man, just go to work. Trying to keep Gorgan in this game. Well, it will be Hiroshima Bull. Now the reason it's their ball, they did start at the beginning of the fans enjoying the game. Well, the reason Hiroshima had the first possession, they won a jump ball in the third quarter. Well, no, they lost it, excuse me. And that's why the possession arrow changed. Kamisawa made that last three-pointer. Could the fortunes change for him? Blackshear bumps his way, still can't get it. Rebound has been secured. Another kick out, finding Will Cherry. Good defense by Kerry Blackshear. Kicks out to Sina Vahedi, closed out three. A three is up. Three is good. Salam Chetori. Sina Vahedi, he's got to come big. That's his first three-pointer, and that cuts it down to a 5-point lead. Now the Dragonflies going to Blackshear. Blackshear down the middle, puts him a little smooth, Magic Johnson-esque little dream hook. Well, you gotta like that one. Back to 7 points. Down low to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to go for post up. The King of Trinidad unable to finish this one. Now Cherry fires another three. He's missed 5, but Cherry again in the paint, goes up, finishes. Well, Will Cherry, I'm telling you, this man, nobody can deny that he's got a big heart, and he plays with his heart on his sleeve. Ricky finding Kerry Blackshear. Blackshear step back, tries the closeout, no good. Goes out of bounds, it's gonna go back to Gorgan. Both Chili Nafawe and Johnny Hamilton battling for the rebounds there. Shaky is going to fire a three. Again, nothing. Getting good looks. Nobody can deny that this isn't good offense. They're wide open looks. They're just not dropping. Mitani being heavily defended. Finds Blackshear. 7 here on the shot clock. Kerry Blackshear all the way, gets rejected on the pass, it's an out of bounds. Good help side defense by Johnny Hamilton. Dragonflies did go into his zone defense a very small period in the third quarter. Now Vahedi finds Hamilton. This is good passing. Nafawi comes out, has to put the three up. Three's no good. Dragonflies secure the 50-50. Blackshear trying to go for this handoff. Finding Mitani. Nice give and go. Finds Chili down the middle. Wow, goes in, a foul committed. So 2 free throws coming up here for Chilidze Nafawe. The foul is on Johnny Hamilton.
Substitution. On 7-7 is first personal. First team. Substitution.
Well, big free throws now coming up for Kawata-san. Well, Chilidze Nafawe, as we mentioned, has played his entire pro career in Japan. It's almost like he's been just a big brother for this team. He's almost like the Anisan, the big bro. Everybody loves him. Chili Nafawe, if you ever get a chance to meet him, he's got $1 million smile, and he's just such a great person. Well, they're passing around. It's back to his own defense for the Dragonflies. Nice move by Joe Young, ISO, but again it hits the front iron. But this is what they need from Joe Young. He's got to get going. He's going to be the key game player, the game changer. Blackshear crosses over, step back in the lane, goes up, and a nice move by Kerry Blackshear, extending the Dragonflies' lead back to 9. Well, he's very, very tough to guard, it's fair to say. Young now, can he get something going for Gorgan? They need points. Vahedi's got to make this one. Big time 3, Sina Vahedi, 19 points. The man who played for Iran at the Tokyo Olympics, trying to keep Gorgan in this one. 5.5 to go in the 4th. Yamazaki now run to 10. Blackshear with the ISO mode. Nakamura in the corner, spinning around, pump fakes, bit of contact, but no foul called. And in the end, they've got to call the foul against Chile Nafawe.
Number 15 is third person.
Dragonflies staying in the zone. Now Kazemi looks to attack. This is good ball movement. Avoids the block, but the follow by Kazemi. And a timeout's going to be called by Kyle Milling. Gorgan have found a way back in this. They're down by 9. All of a sudden, they go on a very important 5-0 run with 5 minutes to go here. One of these teams will take home the 3rd place medal of the 2024 BCL Asia.
They only have 1 guard. So use the screen coming to the side that they only have 1 guard. So that way the 5 man has to come up. Then you gotta have a mismatch like we did just last week.
من اون تامپو بهش میگم که اینجا بهش تو اونجا که سویش میکنه این برش میبنده این برش خالی بود این برش حرکت کنه بهش بگو الان
Final 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Currently a 2-possession lead to the champions of the Japanese B-League against the kings of Iranian basketball, Shahrdary Gorgan. 2nd time these two teams have met here in the BCL Asia. Evans coming off 1 screen. Not gonna let Yamazaki have another 3. He's got 5 tonight. Evans got it by Hamilton. Well, it's going to be an offensive foul. And a costly turnover here for Kerry Blackshear. Gorgan now ready to try and cut it down to maybe a 2 or 1 point lead, depending on what they go for. The illegal screen, that's a good call. That's the right decision in my mind. Well, they went for the backdoor, they turned it over. Right idea, but it's a tough pass. And you like the way Kazemi's thinking. Well, still plenty of time left in this game. No need for either team to push the panic mode. Evans looking to attack, bumps, goes in. Well, nice block, but it's gonna be a foul, so 2 free throws. Look at the block here by Kazemi. Well, the foul was before the block, but you know the block is important because had he not made the block, it would have been an and one. Well, misses the 1st free throw. Second one made, 5 point lead. Pulling up for the mid-range. Nothing good at the moment. Wow, good hustle. Hamilton goes up, miss again. Finding Joe Young. Finding the loose balls. The heady baseline. Back to Hamilton, a hard foul. Fouls on Kerry Blackshear. That's a case of Gorgan just not giving up on it. 4-point lead currently. Free throw has been made. Still Hiroshima. Yamazaki's made 5, and again he misses. And now Gorgan with a chance to potentially tie the game up if they go for 3. Nice play by Sina Mahedi. There's a kick out. Now we're under 10 on the shot clock. Young, gotta give this one up. Young looking for the ISO. Good hands by Nakamura. Well, they want a double dribble. Nakamura's gonna finish this one, and now it's back to a 5-point ball game. Now, did Nakamura double dribble? Or was it a pass he was making? Hamilton trying to go to Kerry Blackshear. Just can't finish. No foul calls. Dragonflies. Yamazaki, another 3. Just won't drop. Well, Gorgan just need to be composed. Don't need to rush anything at the moment. And he finds Kazemi now. He finishes this one. Now it's a 3-point game. Well, you feel like a bucket here is gonna take a bit of pressure off of them. But a miss will give Gorgan a bit of hope. Nakamura, pump fakes, big 3. Wow! Kion Sukete! You better be careful when Nakamura has the ball in his hands. That is a big, big time 3-pointer. Well, Nakamura just hit a big 3 and said, Jamata, Matashita, see you later. 1:50 to go. That is huge.
الان دیگه من تو منه ولی دفاع 2-2-1 یعنی حتما فشار بیارید بندازین اینجا میشه ترپ بکنید این بیاد جلوتر بیاین این وسط رو بگیرید تمام مدت این 2 دقیقه همینه همده
No under on Young. First one, maybe hedge, make it isolation. And if you go fire, someone go. Isolation.
Well, final 1 minute 50 seconds to go. It's currently a 6-point lead to the champions of the Japanese B-League, Hiroshima Dragonflies. Still plenty of time though for Gorgan. No need to panic or push the panic button. Plenty of time to get a few stops. But right now they need a good offense. They need something here. Cherry's going to inbound this one. Kazemi, nowhere to go here, finding Joe Young. Interception, Nakamura comes up with it. Nakamura's gonna finish this one. Now makes it an 8-point ball game. Oh, what a costly turnover. Eddie going all the way, it's a tough move. The finishing, oh baby! What a play by Kazemi. Well, he went in, it was, I don't think I've seen him dunk in this tournament. Well, good hands by Will Cherry. Cherry's gonna finish this one. Now it's a 4-point ball game. And I told you, it's not over. Well, good hands, but a foul's gonna be called. That's not a bad foul, because it's only the 13th foul here for Gorgan. Not a bad foul to give away whatsoever.
Number 14, his 4th personal. 13 foul.
18 on the shot clock. You think if Dragonflies score here, it could be hard. They gotta get the ball inbound. Good defense by Kazemi, but he's gotta try and come up with that. But right now, Dragonflies, Kyo Tsukete, they've gotta be careful. If you're Dragonflies, no need to rush anything. Dribble it down, try and get one good possession now. Black Sheep, 5 seconds left. Finds Yamazaki, kicks out, Nakamura pump fakes, another three. Wow, arigato gozaimasu, Nakamura-san. That might be a Yasumi Nasai, Hiroshima. What a three-pointer. Manji with the post move, can't get it. Evans comes up with it. Well, Nakamura-san, what a big-time play. Evans now, ISO, down the middle. Kicks out, Yamazaki goes in, can't finish. Well, that might as well just do it. Gambate Hiroshima, what a finish at the moment. Well, it's a big, big finish. And in the end, omedetou gozaimasu. Congratulations, Hiroshima Dragonflies. They win this one, 76, excuse me, against Gorgan. What a game it was between two very good basketball teams. But it will be the champions of the B-League who will finish third place here at the BCL Asia. Big, big finish in the end. Well, omedetou gozaimasu, Hiroshima Dragonflies. Ayasumi Nasai, Hiroshima. And to all the basketball fans in Japan, what a finish it was. Takuto Nakamura, the man who had to replace Ryo Terashima in the B-League Finals. He came big, and what a finish it was. Well, there they are, one more time. Omedetou gozaimasu, Hiroshima Dragonflies. Congratulations. They finished third place here at the BCL Asia. They celebrate with their fans. And that is the final game for them this season. Big time performance by Takuto Nakamura. As I mentioned, the man who had to replace Ryo Terashima in the B-League Finals. What a finish for the B-League champions. Well, they will pick up their third place trophy, well, their winners' medals, that is. Just what a way to finish here for the Dragonflies. I mean, it was a good game. It went back and forth, both teams having substantial leads. Of course, the big final coming up. Riyadi will be taking on Shabab Al-Ahli. And you know one thing, this arena is going to be surrounded by a sea of blue and yellow. Well, basketball fans will join you for the final. Al Riyadi will be taking on Shabab Al-Ahli. We'll see you soon.
Basketball Champions League Asia 2024, Hiroshima Dragonflies of Japan. Introducing first their captain, jersey number 13, Dwayne Evans. And the number 8, Gary Blackshear Jr. At number 10, Toshiki Kamisawa. At number 12, Takuto Nakamura. At number 13, at number 15, Silitsi Kawata. Number 17, Ricky Takeuchi. Number 21, Ryu Watanabe. Number 22, Seishin Yokochi. Number 30, Ryo Yamasaki. Number 34, Keiichiro Mitari. And their coach, Kyle Millie. Let's give it up for Hiroshima Dragonflies of Japan.